Good morning. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the books I've read this year so far from February to August 2nd-ish. And yeah, so I'm going to get into the video real quick and I'm going to give you some recommendations of the books I have read. They were really good this year and I love reading, so there's some good ones here. I'm going to show you them in groups, so I'm going to start off with Penelope Douglas books. I have read 3 of her books. I read Punk 57, loved this book so much. Then I read Birthday Girl. It has an age gap, boyfriend's father trope, so good. And then I read Bully by Penelope Douglas also, and it was a friends to enemies to lovers, and I love that trope also. It's really so good. Pump 57 was also a friends to enemies to lovers, and her writing is literally amazing. I read 3 books from Colleen Hoover this year so far, and it was Ugly Love, November 9th, and It Ends With Us. This book broke my heart, shattered it, but I literally loved this book so much. Check the trigger warnings if you read it, but I feel like it's a good book for everyone to read. Ugly Love, literally so amazing. It was the first book of Colleen Hoover's that I've read, and it literally got me into reading all Colleen Hoover books. Literally love Colleen Hoover's one of my favorite authors, along with Penelope Douglas. November 9th took me a bit to get into, but once I got into the book, I was like, couldn't put it down. So good. Then I read The Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy, but I'm still reading the last book. I read the first 2 books and I absolutely love them. They're by Jenny Han. I don't know how to say her last name, but literally this is a comfort series for me and it's so good. Oh my gosh, I recommend it to everyone. I read and bought 2 Wattpad books because I've read these on Wattpad so many times and I had to have it in my possession. I've read My Life with the Walter Boys by Ali Novak. Y'all, I suggest this to literally anyone. It's a comfort read for me, and I love it. I fell in love with it all over again, reading it for the 3rd time. Y'all, it's amazing. Then I got Homewrecker by Deanna Cameron, and oh my gosh, this book is so good. If you like family-oriented books, long lost family / mystery, and there is a murder in it, and who did it? Y'all have to find out. Well, y'all go read this. It's my favorite book. Then I read a couple of fantasy books, and golly, I'm talking really fast. But I got 6 of Crows. I got both 6 of the duology, but I only read the first book so far and loved it so much. It literally was the book that got me into fantasy reading, so love that. Then I got Amari and the Night Brothers, and this book is so good. Like, I love this so much. I could not put it down when I started reading it, y'all. I got Beneath the Stars by Emily McIntyre, and this is a book that starts from when the 2 love interests were young all the way until, like, their 20s. And it literally shows their whole life, their love story, everything. It's friends to enemies to lovers. I think it's enemies. I'm not sure, but it was really good, and it's best friend's brother trope. Loved it. Y'all need to read this book. It is so good. Then I got April Showers by Brianna Swan, and it deals with mental health, so check the trigger warnings. Well, yeah, trigger warnings is like mental health and stuff like that, but it's really good, and I suggest y'all read this too. A Christian writer wrote it, so I love that. I read They Both Die at the End, and this literally was good. It was recommended to me so many times, so I had to read it. It was hyped up so much that I was like, it wasn't as good as it was hyped up to be, but it was still good. It was sad, so I liked it. I read The Hating Game, and this is an office romance, enemies to lovers, literally so freaking good, y'all. It's turning into a movie, and I can't wait to watch it. On Dublin Street is one of my comfort reads. Once I read it, I was like, I knew this was going to be a comfort read for me this year, and it literally was. It's so good. Y'all need to read this too. It's by Samantha Young on Dublin Street. And then this was recommended to me on TikTok, and it literally loved it. It's Love Unexpected by QB Tyler, and I need to get some more books by QB Tyler. Honestly, I already know they'd be really good if I read them. So yeah. Lights on the Sea is a book I read at the beginning of this year, but I never finished it. I actually DNF'd it because it was so hard to read. I love this book, honestly, but it is so sad, and that's what makes it hard to read. So I only made it halfway through, and I really need to finish this because I really want to see the ending, read the ending. It literally so good, but so sad. I'm reading a few self-help books this year. It's taking me a while, but I started these like a few months ago. It is I Am That Girl. Literally, this book is so amazing. Contrary to the that girl trend that is kind of toxic, this is literally way better, and it goes into detail about being a baddie and a girl that like is like a boss woman. Yes, we love that. And then I got 101 essays that will change the way you think, and I'm highlighting and annotating the essays as I go along, so I love that. And then I read these two books by Lauren Barnhold, and I did DNF both of these. I feel like they were written for like younger people, and I'm pretty sure they probably were. The writing style, did not like it. The main characters, the girls, ticked me off. Literally, I was screaming at the girls so much in the first few pages, like, so cringy. No high schooler, no. Okay, it's so annoying. Anyways, I'm not gonna babble on about these, but literally DNF'd both of them after like 40 pages. And then I was done. I couldn't stand it. But yeah, those were the books that I've read so far this year. I'm gonna call this a part 1 because part 2 is gonna be at the end of this year, and I don't really feel like going over all the books I already talked to y'all about. So y'all can just refer back to this one if you want to remember what I said. But those are all the books I read this year so far, and I liked most of them. Some of them I would rather not read, but most of them were like 4 stars or 5 stars. Some of them were like, no. But yeah, y'all go read some of those books. I know my interests might not be your interest, and your interests might not be mine, but maybe you'll like these. Anyways, I hope y'all have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see y'all back on my next video. Bye.